from East Lansing, Michigan. I will apologize already. Great start. This is the wrap-up for November 19th. I'm Todd Milewski from the State Journal after the Badgers get a 3-2 loss here at Mon Ice Arena on Friday to open this series against the Spartans. That was a fairly large kick in the gut for the Badgers, I would say. They felt they played pretty well, and for the most part they did. But you can look at the 3 goals they gave up and say, yeah, that's what we've seen before from the Badgers. The first goal comes on a Michigan State power play, the 6th time in 13 games that the Badgers have given up a goal on the opponent's first power play. So seen that before. The second goal put Michigan State up 2-0. Came off a turnover. Anthony Kerr got stripped of the puck, trying to leave the zone at the blue line by Mitchell Lewandowski, who then fed Jeremy Davidson for the goal that put the Spartans up 2-0. And then the third goal was just kind of a wacky one, combination bad luck / appeared to be that they had a player get out battled behind the net. I will go into some more depth on that in a moment here, so bear with me. That one was kind of the talking point after the game in multiple settings. But yeah, it's a 4th straight loss for the Badgers. They had won 5 straight against Michigan State, but they still have never won 6 in a row against Michigan State. The 4 previous times they'd won 5 in a row, they either lost or tied the 6th, and so that goes on here. It's another outing that I think, you know, if you see the result, see the Badgers lost again, it's a pretty sobering reminder of where this team is at. They score 2 goals, which, you know, they haven't been able to do. I mean, 2 goals has been you know, a lot in some ways of looking at it for the Badgers so far. They got a goal from Jack Gorniak, a power play goal near the end of the second period. They got a goal from Carson Bantle in the third to cut it to 3-2, and they got a bunch of chances at the end. But Drew DeRitter, the Michigan State goalie, was pretty good and made 40 saves. The Badgers got 42 shots on goal, but weren't able to finish a lot of the good chances. DeRitter played well. A few shots went wide. So it all adds up to Tony Granato said after it, and it sounds right. They did a lot of good things, but doing a lot of good things doesn't add up to winning, and that's where it ended up tonight for the Badgers in the 3-2 loss. And let's see, a little bit of a, like I said, a kick in the gut to the Badgers, because they felt like they played well enough to win, and they didn't, which is, you know, there's been a lot of nights where they've, they understood that, yeah, that effort wasn't good enough, and the result was just. Tonight, they probably fairly could feel like they deserved more than a 3-2 loss. So getting back to that third goal, there was a delayed icing. There was a chase for the puck. Tyler Inamoto got to the dot first. I think replay will confirm that from the replays I've seen. Got to the dot first, but Michigan State's Griffin Loughran, had more speed, and it was in potentially the way you're looking at it from the angle the linesman who waved it off was looking at it, had inside track to where the puck was going. So set that up. He waves off icing. Badgers not happy with that, but the play keeps going. Loughran and Inamoto go into the boards. Loughran gets the puck, pushes it out front off Jared Moe's leg. It squirts out to Eric Middendorf, who puts it in for a 3-1 lead. 7:09, I think 7:07 remaining in the game. That was a Jared Moe's reaction kind of said it all. He threw his arms out like, what happened to the icing? The officials went over to the Badgers bench to explain what happened. There are differing reports. What I heard after the game, some said the back linesman called it off when it was clearly the front linesman who waved it off. And then after the game, after I'd done an interview with Tony Granato, the officials have to walk through the outside of the Badgers dressing room area here at Munn to leave the building, and they were doing that. And to their credit, the linesman stopped and talked to Granato about explaining their call again, what happened, and so that a lot of them would just keep their head down and walk out. They went to the effort to try and explain it. It's pretty clear that Tony Granato wasn't buying what they were trying to sell, but made that explanation. Off they go, and it was just an interesting sight to see that happening after the game. And I was interviewing Tyler Inamoto, who was right there in on the play as that was going on, which was another interesting thing. He said, yeah, that one hurt, that it didn't get that call, which may have ended up changing the game. Badgers lose 3-2. That was the third goal. Who knows what happens after that? I mean, Carson Bantle scored his first goal for the Badgers a minute and change after that goal. Would that have tied the game? Who knows? Hard to play that what-if game. But it is an interesting thing to kick around here for the next, 17 hours or 20 hours, whatever it is until tomorrow's game starts. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central on Saturday's game, before I forget. And again, that one's on BigTenPlus.com, no TV. I have to have a subscription to that to see the game as it's going on. So I think that'll wrap it up tonight for the wrap-up here from East Lansing. Once again, it's a 3-2 Michigan State victory over the Badgers in the first game of this series. We'll be back after Saturday night's game to wrap up that one as well. So make sure you join me for that. Make sure to check out the story on madison.com and in Saturday State Journal. And thanks as always for tuning in. We'll catch you later.